and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss extra supporting documents, why we need them, how they can benefit us, and how they can convince the visa officer to grant us the visa. So stay tuned. So first of all, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aisling and I've been renowned in Dubai as an expert visa agent in travel visas, business visas and visit visas since 2017. So I've decided to set up and give you information for free about everything that is in my head. And today we're talking about extra supporting documents. So point number one that I want to talk about is a tenancy contract. So providing a tenancy contract along with your application and all the mandatory documents can help the visa officer see that you are in a contract, that there is a small reason for you to return, because there can be consequences when you break a contract. So if you do have a rental property and you have a contract with them, and for example, the contract is still 9 months old, this can be really good to add to your file to help support and help convince the visa officer. Another point number 2, is proof of car ownership. So if you own a car in your home country or the country that you are applying from, you can attach proof of this ownership along with your file. Mention this in your cover letter and it shows that you own something. Like, you're not gonna try and live in another country and leave a car behind, especially if the car is worth a considerable amount. So this can be another small bit of extra supporting documents that you can add to your file. Point number 3 is payslips. Now, some countries can ask for these in the document checklist, but if they don't, it's still a good way to give them to prove that your salary is consistent every month, and it will show that you are able to afford your trip based on your salary. It's just another small bit of documents that can help the visa officer be convinced that you are a genuine traveler. Point number 4, property ownership. For example, if you own property or land in your country of residence or in your home country, give this to them. Provide evidence with your name on a legal document or on a document that shows that you are the owner. This is really good evidence. Like, it's one of the highest standards of evidence that I would say that will convince them to give you the visa so that you can leave their country at the end of the stay. Why is this so? Because you're not going to just leave your property and then stay illegal in another country. And then this will help the visa officer know that you do have plans to leave their country at the end of the stay. But remember, don't just give them all of these documents. You need to mention that in your letter why you're giving them proof of ownership of your land or your property. Point number 5, if you are not traveling with your spouse or with your kids, provide proof of their passport copies, family book or residence visa copies. The proof is that they are part of your family, and it's also a good reason, especially if they're in a country and living with you and you're supporting them, maybe not, or they could be working in the country that you're applying from. This is really good proof to show that you're not just going to abandon your family and try and stay in this other country, that you will return back to your family. even if it's not a spouse or kids. It may be a mother, a father, a parent, you could say, or even siblings. I've had clients in the past provide sibling passports because it shows family support in that country, and it is really good proof to help convince the visa officer for you to return to that country. Point number 6, education certificates. If you have a high degree level of education or training or skills and you have proof of this, provide it to them. They will be more inclined to give you a visa if you do have this education, and especially if you have a job in your home country or in your country of residence that is related to your education, because it shows that you have got your degree, you have got a job in your degree, so it's more inclined to convince the visa officer that you will return back to your job, to your employment in that country that you're applying from, and it will help benefit you greatly to show your certificates in education for this reason. Point number 8, if you have cash inputs going into your account other than your salary, it is great to provide evidence of this. For example, if you sold a car, you can provide proof that you have sold your car and this lump sum of money deposited into your account was from that. If you have stocks, shares, and you earn money from that, provide proof of that. Anything that you have cash, like where do we get cash from? It's normally from like extra jobs we do, buying and selling things. Provide them with proof. Otherwise, they will just think that you just borrowed cash from your friend and put it into your account and trying to say that the money is yours if you don't provide the proof. So it's really good as an extra supporting documents to provide this proof and mention it in your cover letter. State why you are providing this proof, because you had a cash input 2 months ago on this date and you sold your car, or whatever the reason may be. Point number 9, if you have a savings account or if you have a credit card with a high limit on it, you can provide proof of your credit card limit, proof of your savings account by a statement, or you can get a credit card statement. What these 3 will do is the savings account will show that you have savings, that you have extra money. It cannot replace the mandatory bank statement that is required, but it's an extra supporting documents to show that you have extra funds available for your trip and available for your life. Your credit card limit statement can also show them that you have a certain amount of money. It could be 20,000. That means that you're not gonna be stuck for money on your holiday because you will have your credit card with you. And your account statement on your credit card can also show that you are reliable for paying back the amounts that you use on your credit card. It can show that you're a good person, that you pay back the amounts, that you're not in a huge amount of debt, and that you have this extra money available to you to spend on your holiday. And point number 10 I want to talk about. If you are traveling on a tourist visa, add tourist attractions. There is a website called TripAdvisor, and you can go on, type in the city that you are traveling to, and you can select free cancellation travel activities to do in that country. For example, visiting a museum, going on a boat trip, going on a day tour. You can look for free cancellation ones, and then you can, if you don't want to use them, you can cancel them after you get your visa. But when you buy these, they will provide you with tickets, and you can add these tickets, add them into your itinerary as things you are going to do on each day, and then mention them in your cover letter that you are providing genuine, real, paid for trip and tourist attractions, especially if you're applying for a tourist visa. Tourist activities in this country are a really, really good way to prove to them that you are a genuine tourist. I hope you're liking my videos so far, and I want you to stay tuned with my channel and with these videos, as I am going to provide you with all of the knowledge that is in my head. I am going to try and give you the best chances of getting this visa and covering all the different reasons of why you might be rejected. So stay tuned.